Well, safe. Anybody hurt? Everybody okay? Hey, welcome. It's another live broadcast from Atascadero, California, where the sun shines, the air is perfect, the temperature is always perfect. It's a beautiful place to live. Anyway, Wes is here. Say hi, Wes.
Everything's working, I think. Yeah, I think we're good. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, Gail's working the board, and we already have some viewers. Thank you. And it's going to be a good little show today. We've got good things all in store for you. Well, first off, we're going to be doing a guitar feature on this that I just got in. And this is a 575 custom. Notice it's got cloud inlays. It's a 1997. I got it from the fella I sold it to, and he is going through some issues, and he's not playing it anymore. So we're going to offer this up, and it's a fantastic, one-of-a-kind. This is the only guitar I've ever seen with the cloud inlays, the only custom. Usually the customs also have 2 pickups, so it really is a custom guitar. Frets, well, anyway, we'll talk more about that. And also what we've got coming up, Pages in a Book. Pages in a Book, and it's from this book called Patterns for Jazz. So, Wes, should they download that?
Yeah.
Okay.
They should download it. Go in the description and download the PDFs that go with these lessons. This is something that you should be talking about because you put this all together, but I'll do it.
Good boy.
So, yeah, we're trying to do PDFs with our lessons so that you can download them and follow along. And so instead of me trying to work this button thing over here, I'm having to talk, so now I can't remember the graphic that I made to put over here. So anyway, yeah, download the frickin' PDFs. Thanks.
Oh, great. Okay, so also we got a jazz lick coming up, and I'll Chop Builder, and actually the jazz lick is based off the Chop Builder, so you don't want to miss that. And it's an important way of looking at arpeggios, where we're building not only these fingers, we're building these fingers as well. We've got a new little segment, the Gadget Gallery, and we're going to talk about this, the Rock Lock, which is just a great idea. I mean, we've heard of strap locks, but this is better in my opinion. And so also there is a PDF on the Chop Builders, which I want you to go ahead and download, as well as the jazz lick. Okay, and we'll be off and running. So that's what's coming up.
All right, yeah. So, and if you guys don't know yet, this is your first time joining us, maybe we're here every Thursday. Subscribe to our channel every Thursday at 11. We're here live. We do a show for you guys. We need you guys to ask questions, comment in the chat, and yeah, ask any questions that you have. It makes the show better when you guys follow along in chat. So
Sure
please do that if you can. And let's take a quick look at who is here.
You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Sound off like you got a pair. Sir, yes, sir. Here you are all equally worthless.
All right, so we got quite a few people here this morning. Thanks for joining us. A lot of the normal guys here. We got a pretty tight crew. Tom in Connecticut, Jim, Rob in Wisconsin. What's going on? Advanced Motions. Haven't noticed that name. How's it going? He's in Rome. Lachlan's here.
Wow.
Hey, Lach. Rob's here in Newburyport. Hanging out with Kirby this morning. Nice. Human Element in Atlanta, Gordon in the UK. Gordon's always with us. And Gary's also in, Gary Salima is also over in Italy. Good morning, Gary.
Hey,
Big
Gary.
Steve, how's it going? Olympia, Washington. Mike Brandenberger over in Dallas. He always gets inspired watching this channel. And let's see, Jeff Himes over in Nashville. Hey Jeff, how's it going, man? Don Boudreau, you're here. How's it going, Don? Don's over in Maine. Rodney's in San Diego. How's it going, Rodney? Good to see you. Scott K had a question for you. Which do you prefer over the other, Eastman 503 or Paisano 580?
There is no Paisano 580.
480, sorry. My bad.
Well, the 480 is prettier, without a doubt. So I would go with that.
The hell was that?
That was something falling on the roof.
Let's see. Jim's here. We also said Michael P is here. I hope you tell us the price for the 575. I hope you do too. We're all hoping for that, Mike. David Moore is here. How's it going, David? And Olivier Flatres. I butchered that. Olivier,
Yeah.
good to meet you. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
He's in France.
There's Robin. Robin Riggs says the 480. So yeah, it's just pretty. What was the 503 is a solid top. It's got a beautiful sound. Go back and forth, but the 480 is just a gorgeous guitar. Okay, what's new on the library? Well, what is new on the library? We've been working on a phone app for the library, and so that is going to be really something special. It's taken some doing, without a doubt. And once we get that done, we're going to do some new pricing on the website. Things are going to be changing. If you're a downloader of things on this website, you probably ought to make sure you download stuff.
Not probably auto. You should download it because downloading is ending in a few days. So no kinda, shoulda, coulda. We're done with downloading. So if you guys get to the website, if you're subscribers and you want to download some of this stuff, do it now because it's not going to be available to download in like a few days. So this is your warning. We've sent out some emails as well. So yeah, when we're not going to be able to go in there and just, yeah, okay, I'll download this for you because you forgot. That's just not how it works anymore. It just costs us too much money to do the downloads and stuff, and it's too hard, so we cannot do it anymore. So that being said, you still got some time to get out there and download any lessons if you're a subscriber or if you bought them in the past or whatever. Get to it.
But don't worry, you will always be able to view them online. Okay, but the actual downloading idea, so yeah, that is going away. A couple weeks ago, we went to the car show. Man, it was really fun. And my car, here's my car. There's Gail by my car. There's the car show. Isn't that a pretty car, man? That 1955 Crown Victoria. Man, that was the bee's knees.
The car show was where?
In Atascadero at Lake Park. Tons of cars there this year. You know, a lot of muscle cars. Everybody wants muscle cars. But there is the Cruisin' Vic right there. And there's some more pictures. And look at this. Vice President's pick choice. I want the first time I put my car in a car show, and it won an award. I'm so proud of it. It did such a great job. And it was kind of funny because the vice president had a big story he was telling about dating in that car. And I think he got lucky. But I was off talking to somebody else when all that was going on, and Gail had to run over and get me. And so there it was. And then I wanted to show you this picture. Do you have those road there? See that car? That's the car we got married in. Looks just like it. That was my '69 Roadrunner. Yeah, that was a different one at another show, but that's actually a GTX. But they're same thing. GTX had more doodads on it, but there it is. And the guy was really nice. His wife said, "You and Gail get in there, and I'll take your picture." And she did. And we don't have. I forgot about that one, but she took our picture, and I was trying to find our old wedding picture with Gail and I in the Roadrunner. Anyway, so it was a very nostalgic car show. A fun day. Anyway. One nice thing about having a car in a car show is you always have a home base. You can set your chairs up there and get your cooler out, and you're good for all day. Oh, yeah. And so, you know what? Camp signups are up. How many signups we got? 12. 12 signups already. And how to sign up for the camp? Go to the camp there and sign up. But I've neglected to show. June 14th. So we've got me, Mike Dana, Todd Johnson. No, his name escapes me.
Tim Lurch.
Tim Lurch is going to be there. And we're going to get a fourth or fifth teacher. 1, 2, 3, yeah. And I don't quite know who that is going to be yet, but it'll be somebody you're going to want to hang with. So now's the time to really start thinking about it in June. And look at this mug. Garrett Masterson made these mugs for all the teachers. Isn't that nice? He's a wonderful sculptor. I mean, this is small potatoes for him. I mean, he does these giant sculptures, and he's quite an artist. But isn't that beautiful what he did for us? Made this beautiful mug. Made one for me and one for Gail.
Yeah, I got one too. They're nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. So, remember, all it takes is a $200 deposit to hold your spot. And when you do that, you do get a year subscription to the library. And then we'll start watching some of these videos on the library and see if it's going to be something for you. The workshop is serene, easy playing, easy, fun place to go. Good food. It's a great hang. You'll laugh like crazy. And it'll be really fun. So okay, in and out. We're talking about guitars that are gone in and guitars that came out and have left the stadium, if you will. So that 52 175 went the next day after we showed it. It's a love-hate thing. I mean, I love that. I really should have kept it, but I can't keep them all. But that freaking thing was playing great and sounded wonderful. But anyway, Andy, who bought it, got himself a fantastic guitar. And so I know it's going to a good home. Yeah, goodbye. That was in beautiful shape for that guitar, for that year. Jeez. I've got my eye on some other ones, but they're a lot more expensive. But anyway, here's what's coming up. And we'll do a feature on this next week, an X50. This is also owned by Pat, who has this 575 that we're featuring today. And that particular guitar is, we'll be showing, so we just got that. Okay. Well, guitars for sale. Here we are. Yeah, so you see that Ibanez Johnny Smith there? That guitar is a very sweet guitar. We'll play it a little bit later. I mean, it's one of the nicest Ibanez Johnny Smiths I've ever seen. And It's beautiful, and it sounds fantastic. Now, and it's priced very nicely. So you really ought to check that out. I mean, when you go on Reverb and you start looking at these things, there's only one other one on Reverb. Well, this isn't on Reverb. I have yet to sell anything on Reverb. I don't like dealing with strangers. But on Reverb, here you go. Here's one for what, 36. That's a one pickup one. And it's a nice guitar. I don't know what the binding on that particular, that's ours, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the binding on ours is intact, very nice. It looks brown in some of the shots there, and we'll do a close-up on it again, but if you looked at that one on Reverb, I think you could see some binding things going on with that. They do a close-up of the binding, you see how brown the binding is, and that kind of happens with these Ibanez's, especially if they sit in a case forever. So you got to get them out and air them out, just without a doubt. So that's a guitar, and we'll play that, like I said, in a little while. Now I've got, here it is, 575s up to here. Got this one. What was that?
I don't know what that is.
Huh. Got this one. I've got this trans brown one, this natural one, and then I also have. Is there another one I have? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, the one with the P90s, the black one. And so, by the way, those prices, here's the deal with the prices on new guitars, okay? You have to advertise the price for what they give you. You can't advertise a lower price. However, I've been known to haggle on a few things. Plus, when you buy from us, I go over that guitar, set it all up, make it real pretty, make it real playable, put on my string set, adjust the neck, adjust the intonation, get it all set. Plus, give you some perks to the library. So, please remember that as we venture on into the world of guitar. Now, 575 is the frickin' workhorse, and it's a better sounding guitar than a 175 without a doubt. So, again, probably the best thing to do if you're slightly interested, and just, I have a phone number. Believe it or not, I answer the phone. And we can talk about it.
The entire first part of this theme is literally just the D-flat Lydian scale.
Good to know. Okay, guitar feature. Here it is. All right, solid maple top. And this is called the old style Sunburst. They don't make that finish anymore. It's got a maple pickguard, ebony fretboard, which a standard is rosewood, cloud inlays. The standard is dot. This has one pickup, which I've lifted off the top with my little washers, if you could see, just to make it more make the top a little more responsive. Notice the tailpiece says The Heritage. So this is back in the day. It's got the end pin jack. So it's solid top, no cracks, no There's a couple of little dings here and there that were kind of filled with one right above this F hole with a little bit of paint. The guitar is 2 and 5/8 inches deep, I believe. So it's a cross between like a 175 or an L5 and a 335, if you will. The back is a beautiful back. Solid back, solid sides. The neck, no dings on the neck. Well, it's got one little one right here. No dings on the neck. Like I said, it's a 97, very well taken care of. Headstock looks pretty dang good. It's got a little scuffs on there from, working on it. I've adjusted the neck. She's ready to go. Oh, frets are in good condition. There you have it. So I would like to play this one more time. And I'm going to play the tune, Here's That Rainy Day, I think. Or maybe let's do a fingerstyle song first. Wes, could you turn the verb down on that? Let's play a little tune with this, and we're going to do Here's That Rainy Day. This is for Don. God darn it. Anyway, there it is with the track. I went to grab my pick and ended up shutting off the music. Doug. Sorry, guys. Anyway, yeah, so this is, like I said, okay, price. Could you go on Reverb, Wes, and type in 575 customs? Really, they're like 55, I believe, between 55 and 48 or something like that. There's 53. There's one there, but that's not a full-blown custom for 26. That's interesting. One for 47, that's more like mine, a custom. They're all open. I mean, look at how much they're getting for some of these things. So I think this is going to be priced to right around 45, 44.95. I think anyway, call me if you're seriously interested in this, and we will work something out. It does have a little blemish right here. You can see that right there. But I think that's about it. It's a beautiful guitar. You'll never see another one. Okay. Again, if you're interested, give me a jingle. That concludes our guitar feature for today.
All right. So there was some questions here. Andrew in New Jersey, I recognize that guitar. Is that the one I bought from you, then you bought from my friend Mark at Guitars and Jazz in New Jersey?
No. I don't remember you buying this one with the cloud inlays. No, that's not the one.
Alrighty. And then let's see. Was Robert Richards is asking, was Dave Stryker at one of your camps?
No, but I would sure like to have him. Boy, he's a wonderful player. Seems like a real fun guy. Yeah, that would be... Maybe we could get him. Wow, that would be something. That'd be fun.
Let's see. That's about it. One look at your beautiful... Tom says, one look at your beautiful car, and Rock Around the Clock started playing in my head.
Yeah, 1955, huh?
And then let's see. Rob Ketterer said, "Do you ever go to the car show in Wrightwood, California? Looks like a good one."
No, I've never even heard of the city.
It's like, I think it's up by Big Bear.
Oh.
It's in the mountains.
Yeah, I'd be a little leery about driving my car that far.
And then let's see. And then Rob said the guitar seems to be picking up some static from somewhere, at least on my side.
Really? Is anybody else hearing that? I'm not hearing it.
No.
It's got a lot of reverb. Could you turn the reverb down? What's going on? Yeah.
Is that good or too much?
The effects input. Turn that down a hair.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, well, still is about the same. It's all right. We'll live with it. Oh, now it's off. Okay, so whatever you did, put some back in. A little more. A little more. Good. Just a little bump of reverb. I like reverb. I think a lot of people do. You know what's weird about reverb is sometimes it doesn't translate all the way out to the audience. I remember one time I went to sit in on a guy's guitar, and I sat down and play it, and it was like drowning in reverb. And I didn't hardly heard out in the audience any reverb. It was weird. So I came to the conclusion that sometimes reverb doesn't project out there the way you think it does. Okay. So that's it for questions. Gail says she hears some static through the show too. But,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Tell you what, why don't we do our shop builder segment?
Chops builders, single note technique lessons.
I don't care who you are, it's funny. All right, we're going to do our chop builder, and that is this. Arpeggios for both hands. And the reason I said that, you can go back to a full shot here for a second, is that technique is not just about this hand. It's really about this hand. When you think about how some of these guys play and stuff, that some of your favorite players, this hand is so developed, it's crazy. So you might want to think about paying a lot of attention to the picking hand, okay? Let's face it, you got to have both, and sometimes we ignore this hand. Now, what I want to do with this particular chop builder is talk about an arpeggio. We're going to start with a G minor 7 arpeggio. And when we say, hey, play a G minor 7 arpeggio, we always go root, flat 3, 5, flat 7, right? Always in that direction. Now, musically, that gets a little tiring after a while. So, plus, we only have 4 notes. So how can we take that and, number one, stretch it into 8? Well, here's one way. We're going to go start on the 3rd, down to the root, and then up to the 5th, and then back down to the 3rd and the root, and then up to the flat 7, and the 5th. So it sounds like. So it's like one set of 2 notes, and then 2 sets of 3 notes. Now, when we take a look at the right hand here, this is the hand that we want to focus in on. So I'm going down. No, I'm tell you what. Let's start with an up. Or you could go down, up, and then so down, up, up. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to do either a pull off. Or you could pick it. Actually, I think I prefer picking it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now, what we want to do is practice that up and down a neck. Okay, you do that up and down. Now there's other ways of playing that with a different set of string groups. The next thing, it's got a C minor, and we're going to go. Okay, again, you want to play that. All right, play that up and down the neck. And then we want to play another string group, and it looks like this. Same idea. Again, play it up and down the neck. Now, do you notice we're targeting always the third? We're not targeting the root, are we? Okay, so now after you've done that, now you want to learn to play it around the cycle of fourths using the three groups, three string groups. Let me do that again. B flat, E flat, A flat, sorry, we're getting some weird sounds over here. Okay, now once you've done that, in this hand, you're going to feel it in this hand. Now, if you move to the second line in this, let's go to the thing there. Thank you. If you notice what we're doing here is now we're lowering the fifth here.
Can you zoom in on that a little bit? There we go.
We're lowering the fifth, so now we have a D flat, and now we're lowering the seventh, which was an F, and now to an E, and that's going to give us a G diminished. So that is going to look like this. Again. Learn to play it up and down. Okay, the next would be C diminished, and it would look like this. You have to have that rolling technique of that second finger. Then let's take it down to here. Yeah, that's right. Again, you want to play that up and down the neck. And then let's move on to the next one, which would be a F major 7. And we're going to play it like this. Now, sometimes you can pull this off and you would go like this. taking it once. And of course, I could change direction of that lick and go. Okay. And of course, it's going to have its string groups as well. Here's B flat major 7. E flat major 7. Now, again, you could play it. Okay, but I think I prefer the other way, where I have this big long thing there. So again, I would take and play this around the cycle. Get the idea? That's a different way. There we go. All right, and by the way, when you practice this around the cycle, you could take one string group and just use that. All right, so this does many things. Number one, it works on this hand. It works on the brain, too, because you're targeting the third of the chord, not the root. It's always, it's hard in the beginning for guys to, when they see B flat, they go to a B flat, okay? So their licks, everything starts with a B flat. So in this case, you're targeting the third. Get the idea? Okay, so now in our jazz lick section, we're going to combine some of these and create a jazz lick. But for now, in this chop builders, I want you to work on these shapes and just get used to playing and filling up one measure of G minor or C7. By the way, when we say G diminished, that's C7 flat 9, right? C7 flat 9. And we're filling up the measure with 8 notes. So, usually when you play a B flat major 7, you're going, and that is not the best. I like that better. It's cooler sounding, isn't it? Okay, so there's our chop builder exercise, and work on this hand right here. You want to get it down and try to be consistent with it. Where you're going down, up, down, up, up. You could even start with an upstroke, which I... Get the idea? All right, that concludes our chop section of our live stream.
Chops Builders, single note technique lessons.
guys, tell you what, we're going to take a short little break, but I want you to stick around because we're going to show you this new little gadget that we got a hold of. They were happy enough to send it to us. I want to talk about it. It'll make life much easier. But first, we're going to take a quick little break, and I'm going to play you a tune from a group that I started back in Fresno. It probably was, I don't know how many years ago, maybe 8. And it was called the Stumbleweeds, and it was like a jazzy cowboy bop kind of thing, kind of like Bruce Forman's. I actually did it before I even heard Bruce Forman's stuff, but it was kind of like that. And we played a lot of original music. So here is an original tune. It's called Big Sky, and please take a listen to it while we take a little break.
Big sky, why die? Leave the place where the lakes are deep and the rivers run high. Big sky is calling me home. Cool breeze, big trees, green rolling hills and snow-capped mountains I'd ride. Big sky is calling me home. New York's a pushy town. No peace, it's always loud. I'm lost in the cold dark cloud that surrounds me. Nobody has the time. Lonely's a friend of mine. I just spent my last dime on the subway. Crisp air, no cares. I belong where the stars still shine till sunrise. Big sky is calling me home. This concrete billboard town reached out then pushed me down. I feel like I might drown in the city. I'm gonna leave my dreams on this littered street. Going back is bittersweet, but I'll be back on my feet in Montana. NY, goodbye. I'm moving back where my heart lives, so I cry. Big sky, take me back home. So long, NY.
Okay, are we back here? Oh, that was me. Okay, here's what we're going to be talking about here. Rock lock. Have you ever seen these? You know how I struggle with my strap, right? And so these guys said, hey, they sent us these and says you won't have that problem anymore if you use these. So these are very cool little gadgets. Now they're kind of like strap locks, except you don't have to change the end pin. End pin can be any shape, really. It obviously it won't work in a end pin jack with a where you plug your cable in. It won't work there. But let me show you how it does work. Basically, you've got this little gadget here that screws on right here into the base. This goes through your strap. And you see this? It's got these locks here on the side. So all you have to do, so check this out, watch. Here's my little strap. You put this on and turn it like this and click. It's on. Okay? To undo it. See, now this is an oblong deal, so it's not the best thing. Oh, I had that backwards. So you put it on again, and then just lift up, make it click, and it's on. To take it off, you push these two knobs. It goes down, and then again, this is an oblong one. Wait a minute, then and it comes right off. So way it goes onto your strap is like this, and it's got a pad that you can put here so it doesn't affect the finish like on this right here where it touches the wood. So it's got that little rubber pad there so it won't affect the finish. So on this side, I'm going to install this. Quite easy. You put this in where your strap is going to go. And of course you drop that. Hold on. Yeah, Gabe. Well, where'd it go? Not a very good demo. let me get this one out. Sorry, guys. Jeez. You know, you don't put them on and off all the time. So once they're on your strap, they're on your strap. You're good to go. Actually, the strap demo on their website is a lot better than this one. But you get the idea. So, when you put it on, all you gotta do put it on and pull up till it clicks and you're golden. Put it on till it clicks and you're golden. And when you take it off, just press the two little buttons there and it comes off and you're done. So it's it's a very cool little gadget. I'm impressed. One thing nice is you don't have to change your end pins. They're plastic. You could leave them on your strap. You know, with strap locks, they're metal, and I like to put my strap in my case, and I don't want that metal knocking around on my guitar. But on these, it's not so bad because it's just that plastic. So why don't you check out their website, Rock Lock, and I think you'll be very happy with their product. And thank you, if you guys see this, Rock Lock people, thank you for sending it. I'm a believer. I thought love was only true in fairy tales.
So it Rocklock's $20.99. Would you buy that? You'd buy one for $20.99?
I would. They're only 10. That's $10 each. And I tell you, have you ever had your guitar strap, come loose while you're playing? I have. It's not pretty. As a matter of fact, I got many years ago, I was playing. I used to play with this guy named Donnie Brooks, and he had the song. Got a hammer, nail, and a hunk of wood. I'll build a dollhouse. If you remember that. But anyway, Donnie had this guitar player with him, and we got talking on the break. He had just bought a brand new 175, or he just got one, I should say. And he said, "Why don't you sit in and play it?" I said, "Okay." So we play a song. I get done with the song and I go like this on the guitar, waiting for Donnie does the big spiel. And the guitar strap breaks, just comes off the end pin, and the guitar falls down right on top of his wah-wah pedal. And it's like, oh, I tried to catch it. I had nightmares. Gail would say I had nightmares for weeks trying to catch that damn guitar. And he was so cool about it. He said, it didn't do too much damage. It did make a dent. He said, don't worry about it. Guy gave me this guitar anyways. Back then a 175 is a guitar you bought for maybe $200, $300. I don't know. Something like that. $400. I think I bought my 62 for $400. So anyway. It would prevent that if these were on there. So I'm a believer. Okay. Yeah, check them out. I think it'd be worth it. I think you'd enjoy it. I think they're good. Whatever. Locke said, I keep thinking you're calling me Rock Lock. Rock on, Locke. Anyway.
All right, so some questions or comments here. Larry Lorenzen says, I tried your custom string gauges and loved them, except I liked the 13, 16, and 22 on top better. Thanks for your idea of changing them to suit yourself.
You're welcome. That's how it should be. Everybody's different. I like I always felt I wore my finger out when you play hard between the G and the D string. So that's why I wanted those a little lighter.
And then Mike Brandenberger's asking if you wrote that song that you played during the break.
Yes. Yes, I did. Thank you. Did you like that? It's kind of it's not it's kind of a jazzy kind of country themed song. Huh? I love the strings in it. And I actually, by the way, I played a Telecaster on that lead. And of course, I used a, what's the number of that little Gibson guitar you have, Wes? L1?
LG1.
Yeah, I used that for that kind of sound. And, yeah. So we had strings and all that good stuff. It'll clean up after a minute. I would like to play a tune on this guitar. This is the Johnny Smith, right? With the 4 pickups. You got your pickup selector. Let's see. Well, that's both pickups. Here's just the front pickup. No, that's the back pickup. Excuse me. This is what we want. Here's the front pickup. What, doesn't that have a fat sound? Yeah, so it's kind of weird. This pickup is, the volume is in the lowest point there. Volume and tone. Okay. Cool little guitar. Any requests, Wes?
No.
Okay. Let's go back to Here's That Rainy Day. We never got a good shot at it. There it is, the Johnny Smith. This guitar, the Johnny Smith, right? That's what George Benson played Breezin' on, a Johnny Smith. Crazy, huh? Probably should have played that tune. Where are we at, Wes, on our show profile? What's up next? Okay, I think it's time for our lick of the week.
I know. I'll use the May I Help You riff.
May I help you?
Yes, my good man.
Okay, lick of the week. Here it is. It's a jazz lick, and we're going to use that same idea of going around of what's going on. It's usually the input into the switcher that doesn't do good.
Yeah, just proceed, man, because I don't know what to really do. Just
yeah, I don't know.
keep
This
going, man.
well now Mike. Okay. All right. All right. Every time you fool with that, it shuts my screen off. It's weird.
All right, well, we're going to need another switcher or something in here at some point then. Yeah, I don't know. You're plugged in now if you want to try to do it.
Okay. So what we're going to do, okay, let me just, you have the downloads, you guys out there. So it looks like this. We're going to play a G minor 7 chord, and then we're going to play a C7 flat 9, and then an F major 7, and then a D7. So a 2, 5, 1, and then 2 or 5 of 2, or if 6, if you will, just dominant. There it is. So we're playing our lick, our chop builder, and we're going to alter it now to a C. And then we're going to play F major 7. And then C diminished, which is D7 flat 9. So here's our leg. So there it is, around a 2-5-1-6 progression. Now what we're going to do is we're going to shorten that in half. So it's going to be like a regular turnaround of 2-5-1, 2, 5. So 2 beats per lick. So we've got this. So that was weird. We got gremlins in the studio today. Okay, that's the second lick. So again, it's around G, C, F, D. Yeah, something's going on with this chord or the output or something into the mixer with that thing. All right, now we're going to do just the opposite. We're going to go back to a different progression. What we're going to do is I'm going to go G minor, and then I'm going to go kind of to B flat minor, up a minor third, but I'm going to interpret that as G minor 7 flat 5. And then to a C7. And then to A minor 7, which is like F major 7. And then to up a minor third to C and then to D. So it's going to sound like this. So you see how we're using the same fingering? Or I think that's an important little lesson that, sometimes you can take a G minor chord, slide it up 4 frets, kind of like a diminished idea, and then alter it, and then it gives you like almost like a minor 7 flat 5 to a G to a dominant chord. Get the idea? So. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. There is our Jazz Lick of the Week.
I know. I'll use the May I Help You riff.
May I help you?
Yes, my good man.
I love that little thing. Locke said, who wrote the words and lyrics? I did. Thank you, Locke. Actually, Gail helped me too. It's Gail and I. That's a terrific song that you wrote. Couldn't have done better myself. Thanks, Mike. Summer Samba, very well. Very good sound. Thank you. Okay, let's go over to...
Scott K has a question. Any hands-on experience with an Eastman Jazz Elite? Looking to get me my first real Archtop.
No experience with that guitar. They were made for that guy that has Guitars and Jazz website, I believe, and they look cool. But I've never had my hands on one, never heard one, so I've been tempted to buy one every once in a while, but they were specifically made for that particular fella. I would think the 480 is a great way to go, and I can order you a brand spanking new one. So think about it. If you want to call me, we can work something out. Tell you what, I think it's time for us to do pages from a book. Do you agree?
You cannot learn from books. Replace these pages with life lessons.
Okay, the book we're going to look at today is a book I haven't really spent a whole lot of time in this book. And It's called Patterns for Jazz. But, you know, I got it and looked around at it and stuff, and I found a few things that, well, there's a lot of stuff in here. But what he does is he'll take a phrase, just a little 2-bar phrase, and say, okay, now play it all around the cycle, you know, basically. So, you know, it's not like a million patterns in this book, but there are some real hidden gems. And I want to share with you in the PDF there when he talks about polychords, because I think that's a very interesting subject. If we take a look, polychords basically are 2 chords played at the same time, if you will. Now, in an arpeggio sense, it's 2 chords stacked upon each other, 2 arpeggios. And in this particular example, he's going over here and talking about C7 and G7 flat 5, or G7. Or if we just take a look at that and think, oh, well, that's the tritone sub, right? Yeah, okay. So you get this weird chord, and it would kind of sound like this, actually. Here's a C chord. You know, I don't have the G, but then if I have the F, you know, an F sharp here, I get this sound. And so that particular sound is a cool sound. Now, in his examples here, is he's playing triads. Now, if we first played like a C triad and then an F sharp triad, I know that's a theme song somewhere. Jetsons or something to start. But now that's one thing, to play root of C and F sharp, root. But you're over with that thing real quick. Now what he's showing you here is, I think, something that's really cool. In other words, he's playing a root position chord here, but here he's starting on the 3rd. He's playing on starting the F sharp on the closest note to that C, which would be a C sharp. Then he's playing the 2nd inversion of this triad, and then the closest note to E would be F sharp. Then he's playing the next inversion, the 2nd inversion of C, starting on the 5th, and then playing the next closest one. So when you do that, you get a lot more mileage out of it. So it sounds like this. Now he's playing triplets. And so it's and then this chord would resolve, wouldn't it, to some kind of F chord, right? Now, if we continue that, so I started here. We went, and now I'm gonna play the C here now, and then my F sharp. Now I'm gonna go back to C, F sharp, C, F sharp, C, F sharp. Now I've got that. Now, I'm playing it in my mind as not triplets, but as straight eights. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and, so it's a 3-note thing, but played as 8 notes. Otherwise, it would be. Oh, crap. I like it better sounding like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3. Da, do, do, da, do. Now, back to the music here. We're going now playing this descending, but still playing arpeggios from the root up. Dig. And then we're. Let's look at exercise here, number 181. So on this one, we're just playing the arpeggios backwards. Oh, sorry. That's a pretty sound, isn't it? And again, playing them, yeah. .182 here is the very first one I showed you, where we're just playing everything as root position. And then playing it backwards. So that particular idea of playing those two polychords, if you will, playing those two chords is a very, very powerful sound. And obviously you don't always have to like drill it into the ground, you know what I mean? Like playing this whole thing. But in your soloing, it kind of sounds pretty cool. You can create little licks right off of that. So experiment with that. Now, again, take a look at this book. It might be something that you might really be interested in. We'll explore some other things in the book later on. But I like that book. But like I said, they'll give you a little phrase, a little 2-bar phrase. They'll say, okay, now transpose it all of, so. Yeah. Anyway.
You cannot learn from books. Replace these pages with life lessons.
Very nice, Wes. Hey, by the way, guys, if you like, Wes works hard on this show. If you like what you see, please give him a tip, and he would really super appreciate it. Helps him get inspired to work harder on the show. So yeah, thanks, Gary, for the tip for Wes. Really appreciate it.
Lachlan was asking where the search function is on the library. It's right at the top. Whatever page you're on, it is right at the top. Right at the top.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, no matter where you're at in the library, doesn't come up on the single individual lesson, though.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not on on individual lessons, or just on the.
I have no idea. Honestly just
Okay.
no clue.
We're still working on that site, but yeah, I used the search engine today, so I did find it. Anyway, that was Misty. It was on the list. I thought I better play it. Well, what do you think, Wes? Is it time to say goodbye?
Sure.
Hey, you guys, I want to thank you for coming today. Really appreciate it. We will not do this if you guys don't show up. It's no fun to do it with ourselves. So please come back. Mark it on your calendar. Come back and see us again. And we'll see you next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat station. Again, if you're interested in anything we talked about today, just give me a jingle. Okay, guys.